Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another episode of the Spfl show. I believe we're up to double digits. That's quite a scary accomplishment already, lads, but as you can see, it's just the trilogy this week as Ryan Mominate continues to be unreliable SOB. So we'll just introduce the guest and we'll get stuck in. We'll start with yourself, brother in blue, sharpdiv, audience, sharpdiv.
What's happening, people? I just realised that I look like a floating head. Christ.
It looks like you're on the other wall for me. It looks like you were filming for here.
Aye.
We're in the same room. It's cool. And Mr. Gogsy99er, how's it going?
Hello. It's going well. I still feel like I'm in a disco right now of my own, but I'll try to get it sorted.
Gogsy, was that you wearing a balaclava at the Rangers game in the Motherwell?
Did you see that? Aye.
Oh, we saw it.
No, genuinely, was that you?
No.
No, right.
No, I'm not that mad.
Oh, right. You're at a school actually, aren't you? So that's probably why.
University, but okay, yeah, cool.
We'll keep it like that. I just want to warn the people watching today's video as well. I've kind of told the boys pre-warned them, but Rocky Boy Johnson is actually down there eating his bone on the Rangers pillow, staunch as he is. And because it's a new house and we've finally got the paint and everything done in the house, Rocky's now breaking the house in, so he may get a wee bit restless as the show goes on. If so, I'll need to mute it, check on him or that, because he's obviously a wee bit nervous in the new house, so I may need to sort of vanish now and again, but again, just pre-warning there. But we're good to go, lads, and it was actually an exciting weekend where a lot of goals were scored, which is weird, Scott, because the last couple of weeks has been a bit dire, but we've finally got goals to talk about, so we're actually going to flip it all the way around and start with yourself, Gogs the 99er. Where would you like to start, mate?
I would like to start with the Hibs Ross County game. Okay. That seemed like a bit of a thriller at times. Hallberg hit the bar early on for Hibs. Yep. And then the scoring didn't really start until after half-time when Horgan came off the bench and scored on 50 minutes. Then Scott Allen doubled the lead on 56 minutes with Canberra also hitting the post. Mm-hmm. It also seems like he's lost his mojo.
Yes.
I've only just clicked onto that.
He lost his legs.
Canberra in the tune once and he growled at me, man.
Asked for a pass once and hit it in my head. I was like,
But also, Ross County hit back. Brian Graham, the former Hibs man himself, pulled one back with 15 minutes to go. He also missed an absolute sitter with a header, and that should have really equalised, but Joe Chalmers got that equaliser on 90 minutes for Ross County to keep Hibs second bottom for another week.
It was, and Andrew Graham actually writes in something I was going to say. Sorry, Gogs, I'll take this off for a second because I hide your face. But the Hibs, it was a classic Hibs performance. If you've been following us all season long, 10 episodes strong, we seem to say Hibs create opportunities, they create chances, they didn't take them all, and then they get caught. It's the same again, Gogs.
Oh, absolutely. They don't have a good enough striker, as we've always been saying, through Doidge or Canberra, and they're just in second bottom because of that. If they had someone that could actually hold up the play and maybe link up with the midfield, they'd be in a better place. 100%.
Definitely, mate. I thought before they scored a second goal and they started getting nervous because they thought they were going to win a game, they were actually playing some nice football. Do you know what I mean? Like Scott Allen, we like to make a fool of because of that pass versus Rangers, but he done a couple of day passes in that game of football and he was actually looking pretty damn good, cutting them to shreds. Then
they were
the second goal,
teams.
They were indeed, mate. As soon as they scored that second goal, Canberra misses a sitter to make it 3-0, and then they went, oh shit. And then they just folded like a deck chair. Div, what was your thoughts on it?
Exactly what you are saying. Hibs absolutely Hibsed it. They've reclaimed their old saying. It went away for them for a wee bit, but this game, they just truly did it. You're right. They got nervous after they went up, and the writing was on the wall. For a lot of the game, they were the ones dominating. They had a number of chances. You go 2-0 up, you cannot be drawn for those types of circumstances. And you're right, Gogsy, the writing was absolutely on the wall. As soon as the first goal went in for Ross County and that header chance happened as well, they should have known at that point to maybe change the tactics and try and hold on to it. And this is where you're looking for your midfield players that are so creative on the ball to start controlling the game, take the sting out of the game. But again, they were just a bit too nervous and bang, it's 2 each. And I've got in my notes, Hibs it, but also that the fact that they were booed off the park, which has just been happening. It's been happening quite a lot, actually. It's happened a few times, I believe. But to get booed off the park just goes to show you where they're at.
100%, mate. It's funny too, because you would think with a 90-minute goal you'd be able to hear the fans, but obviously it was the Ross County the way for home, and all you heard was boos. The second that ball hit the net, you could just hear the boos. It was strange.
Yep.
It was overwhelming, and I think it's a very telling sign. After the first county goal, and it went to 2-1, all the chances after that was them. Constantly, Hibs just completely fell apart, and I think, exactly, mate, brilliant word for you, Gogsy. You must have learned that at university.
Yeah.
Was that the word of the week, is it?
That's my word of the week.
What was your word? I never heard that.
When you go, Gogs?
Capitulated.
Capitulated. Oh, very good, Gogs. Well done. That's good.
Can we get claps in the comments? Can we get claps from Gogs? Can we get some? Can we get some love?
Some digital claps for the boy.
I'm trying to check my notes there to see what else I said. I actually gave a lot of credit to County as well, because 2-0 doing Easter Road, you might think to yourself, right, they're choking on a win. You might fold, kind of like they did against Celtic last week. But their first goal, we've kind of glossed over it, but what a goal. He's back to goal, he takes one touch, finishes it, and celebrates pretty hard against his former club. That's unusual to see, but great goal. And then the second one, obviously by Chalmers, was absolutely brilliant. It's in the back of net before the goalie moves. Well deserved for the County for the last 15-20 minutes of the game, but I'm no lying when I say Hibs should have won that by 7 goals.
Definitely.
Like, how else can you say it any other way?
Can I also add?
On you go, sir.
I'm pretty certain that I said it would be 2 each in the predictions last week.
You did indeed, but I had 0-0 for another game, so...
But
I would like to also add, guys, all the people that are sending in digital claps and CJ that is clapping. Gogsy does have those lights where you clap and his lights going off. So if we could just stop if we could just stop it now, that would be absolutely great for the epileptics that are maybe tuning in.
Mate, that's exactly why. See, it's gone bright and hangy, because that's them coming on and back off.
That's the clatum and the clatum on and off.
Oh man, phenomenal.
Last week, Gogsy's roommate was just absolutely telling him a new one. So I think that's why that was happening. Wasn't it, Gogsy? He was just in his other room, clatum on, off, usual for him, innit?
Big Jamie, just usual for him.
Big J, like it's typical J. So
can I just ask, Gogsy, are you sponsored by Head and Shoulders in this video? Because of the fact that you've got it in the background there, you've just got it like plugged as a plug. Sorry, you took Joe Hart's space?
Is Joe Hart still sponsored by him? I wouldn't have.
He's been for every club.
Aye, so after that Pirlo chip,
I didn't even know it.
That was just went downhill.
Right downhill. Speaking of downhill, mate, let's choose another game of football. That was a pretty exciting game. It was a 2-2 with Mick Hibs, but they played their part in it. But hand it over to the next game, Dev. What are you picking, mate?
Well, as he says, goals galore this week, but I like to drag it right down, don't I? So
just take the mood down.
Yeah, since Gogsy was having a wee glow, I'm going to have a wee glow, and I predicted 0-0 for this game. It's Livingston versus Hearts. Yeah. What was that game, eh? I predicted that. I seen it coming. What can I say? I don't want to say it again. I don't want to rub it in anymore. But it wasn't.
Just like free time. I think many times you've said it, mate. I think it's 3 or 4.
So I did predict 0-0 in case nobody got that in the chat. Just to kind of reiterate that. But I thought after Livingston went down to 10 men, we can speak about the red card in a wee minute. But after they went down to 10 men, I thought Uche Piazza had a couple chances in a week where a lot of people have been singing his praises. The one-on-one chance where he just absolutely fluffs his lines. He even had a couple situations where he was at the corner and he was doing his step overs, which we all love to see. But given that chance, he's got 2 league goals this year. Everybody was singing his praises. I think he's got to bury that. He's got to put that one in the net, especially when they're down to 10 men. Hearts, I think, should be getting the result. And it's probably looks like 2 points drop now to Hearts and the Hearts fans.
100%. I know Livy's a very hard place to go. I mean, we've seen that over a couple of weeks. Celtic struggled. We've struggled in the past. We've been beat there. But I just thought the way the game went, and it's when your number 9's in that form, because he has played well, the big man. You know what I mean? He is playing really, really well. He should have buried it. I just want to shout out Ross Paulson, by the way. He donated £1 to the chat. Sorry, mate, with this new setup, it doesn't actually show me, so I've got to wait for the actual email notification. So apologies about that one. But we need to talk about the red card in this game of football, because if you have it, I don't know how many people's watching right now, because again, it doesn't really show me properly, but if you're watching this video and you have not seen this red card, please go and check it, because football is officially dead. The guy literally goes for an overhead kick and gets sent off. I'm not kidding. Div, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I thought it was a red card. No, I'm completely on the same boat as yourself. So let's run through the situation. Livingston have a shot. The ball ends up behind the goalkeeper for some strange reason. The Hearts defender is going in for it with the boy that gets sent off for Livingston. He's got to go for the ball. He goes for an overhead kick. I don't think he connects. I don't think he even gets kind of anywhere near his face.
His shoulder or something, isn't it?
He gets his shoulder. It's almost as bad a decision as the one midweek in the Roma game.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. Not quite, but it's almost as bad as giving a penalty for a player getting hit in the face. I thought it was... Didn't even think it was a yellow card. You've got to go for that ball. See if you don't go for that, you're getting slated. I know, exactly. You're getting absolutely slated if you don't go for that. And there's no malicious intent. He's got his eyes on the ball. And that did ruin a really good start, I think, for Livingston. After that, Livingston still had chances. Probably had arguably some of the better chances, even after they went down to 10 men. But before that, I thought they were in control of the game. They were doing really well. So, kind of ruined it for them, in a sense.
100%. We're actually going to go to our technical referee, but before we do that, I just want to shout out the Dugout Football channel. He donated £5 to the chat. Thank you so much, mate. He went Stonewall, penalty, and Robinson in the incident as well. I actually do remember, and I have that got my notes there. So that's actually, I agree with that. It should have been a penalty. And I kind of like Robinson as a player because he's a very feisty player. You know what I mean? He's got that face like you wouldn't want to run into him in a street, but it just seems to do things for him. So I agree with that one as well there. But we're going to go back to the technical referee, give us our official analysis. Gogs the 99er, the red card incident, mate. What are we saying about it?
I don't think it's a red card because, well, as you've already said, he's got to go for the ball. It's both players are going for the ball, but he does make that connection. It is a free kick to the defensive side in this scenario because he's not connecting with the ball. But to give a red card is ludicrous. But we've also seen situations like this in the past. Like, I think it was 2010 World Cup, South Africa. France got a man sent off for an attempted overhead kick as well. So, I
remember that one well, Gogsy. I really do.
Wait till an archive of knowledge. I will have to wait. One second, I'm just going to Google that.
I'm just on. Carry on, Gogsy. Carry on.
I'm pretty sure it was Johan Gurkuf that got sent off for an attempted overhead kick in a group match between France and it might be against South Africa.
It was honestly. I know the exact incident you're talking about. It is. I think this one's even worse than the one in the World Cup because that one at least was closer to the guy's head.
Yes,
it hits the guy's back.
And the thing is, it's not even like a proper overhead kick. It's like a sideways volley that he's going for. But I think this sort of wrecked any chance Livingston had of getting a win out of the game because the boys gone for an overhead kick and the referees just fucked it, really.
Potentially, if he'd connected right on the chin of the defender in this situation, I'd be fine with it. But he didn't, and he only had his eyes on the ball.
Do you know what I think of last season? Sorry, Gogsy. In a Rangers game, Ryan Jack got kicked square in the face with a HBK super kick, and that was deemed a yellow card, even though the referee, the guy, he kicked them right in the face, right?
And it was also reviewed. It was also reviewed by those the Powder B, and they didn't do anything about it. So that was like 10 times worse than this.
I have absolutely no idea where football is going right now. If that's a red card, but then the one where Ryan Jack nearly gets his teeth knocked out is deemed a yellow card, I don't know. I feel quite bad for Livingston in this game.
I'm starting to think professional referees, they're just going back instead of going forward. I do think there should be some sort of video assistant. Even in our Scottish
we can't
game.
even afford goal-line technology, Goggles.
We've barely got
even afford that, never mind VAR. Near we can. But I believe the only way that we'd be able to afford VAR is if Rangers and Celtic contribute most of their money, and that's not going to happen. Absolutely. So
That's
All the
problem.
SFA just pay up, but they're skint as it is, I believe. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. It would be great. It'd be great. But we need to catch up.
Given
10
a
years
red
behind
card,
it in first.
the referee's got to be 100% certain that it is a red card offence. And I can vouch that he was not 100% certain.
He looked lost.
Exactly.
I think he completely messed up because I think he was like just lost his mind because he knows he should have gave a penalty and then he's never gave it. He's went, oh shit. There's
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Yeah.
He's double teamed them. It's terrible.
He's DT'd him. Aye. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's a kind of boring result, but the game was actually quite action packed. There were some chances back and forth, but I feel like Hearts got away with one there because that should.
The only thing worth talking about in the game was the red card because it was such a turning point of the match.
And it is a really juicy point to get into.
Definitely. Next game is actually myself, and I'm going to continue the Brother in Blue tradition and just start off with another game. So we're going to start not with the good goals or anything like that. I'm just going to move up one. And it's going to be the Kelly St Mirren game, as there was only one goal in the game. But if I'm honest with you, it was actually a game of football where two teams tried to play football the right way, but the quality at the end of it just wasn't quite there, if that makes sense. I mean, there was a couple of nice moves in behind, but the finishing was absolute dog shit. And that's the kind of way it went, like ruined and ruined and ruined. Two teams trying to play the right way, never quite worked out. But I wouldn't say it was a bad game of football, but it wasn't the best to watch in the eye. And the goal comes from Big Dicker. That's 2 goals now. Last week.
Typical.
Big Dick, say what's he like?
Aye, man, aye, fucking just rams
some
it
finish
right
for the big man as well. He loves that corner. It's that corner every
definitely.
time. I mean, you broke that down last week, Gogsy, how many goals he scored in his career. Now he's doing them back to back, mate. He's on the ball. I just want to ask you yourself, Dev, there. Kilmarnock up to third now. A lot of people was writing them off saying they were relegation bait. How are you feeling about Kelly?
They've proved us wrong. That's the only thing I can say. In the first 5-6 games or whatever, it must just have been the manager getting used to the new players, getting used to the league. He's a foreign manager. One of his first games and one of his first jobs in management as well. And I think it was just taking its time to work. And yeah, that's I think five wins in 5 or something. It's pretty decent, and that's him up to third, ahead of Motherwell. I may add as well. Yeah. We're sorry to rub that in.
And sorry to blind you in the new Div. Sorry, Gogs, I'm sorry to blind you with all that note there, but that was Cammy McFarlane. Obviously, he's a big Kilmarnock fan. He always supports the show. Has 3 goals in 5 years and 2 in the last. The man's a goal machine.
He is indeed. And to pick on what you were saying as well, I think that St Mirren showed, both teams did, but I think St Mirren showed a lot of quality. Some of the touches, some of the flicks, they just look really good. But see if you can't grind out wins and you can't score goals, it is winning, 10th in the table. Not the worst team in the league, but they need to try and find something that works and start getting a couple more goals.
Definitely, mate. I'm kind of at the point because I talk St Mirren up every week, but this is going to be the season they go doing. See now that they're actually playing good, attractive football. You just can't, because just good things didn't get rewarded in Scottish football. St Mirren's trying to do things the right way.
Shithousery does.
And it definitely does, and being negative.
Even if St Mirren go down, it might come down to budget, they might lose some players. But even if St Mirren go down, I think they should try and stay true to what they're doing at the moment and come back even stronger. I don't actually think that they will go down. I think it might come good and it will start clicking a wee bit better. But if they do, I like a lot of teams though. A lot of teams will be in for strikers. And it wouldn't surprise me if they were in for the Golden Boy in the Championship, some of them. But well, it's a weird one though. Like, if they go for Lawrence Shanklin, can they afford Lawrence Shanklin? No. A lot of the teams in the top division couldn't, and it's crazy. And the last wee thing I would like to add is I was at a quiz on Friday night, and do you want to know my team name? It was an absolute belter. I'm proud of this, so that's why I'm bringing it. It was not. It was Ham Shankland. Would you make of that? That's all right, isn't it? No bad. Do you want to hear my other one?
I'll go on.
Right.
See, do you know when I do this one?
No, absolutely not. If you're below the age of 18, just shut your ears. And don't use Google after this. What about this? Gucci Ikpeazu. It's all right. It's no bad.
Yeah, it was.
Aye.
Dogs is
finished
like, I
mid-table.
Google that later. I don't care what he's talking about.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
He knows how to find the gooch.
Right, so that's Kilmarnock, St Mirren. Another fantastic result for Kilmarnock's perspective, getting another 3 points to continue to rock up the table. They're grinding out results, and I'm quite happy for the manager because the guy was getting battered for pillar to post in the first couple of weeks. He even had Kurt Broadfoot trying to stick the boot in when he left. Remember that? Like saying this manager's going to fail, they need to get rid of him now. Now who's laughing? You know what I mean? Broadfoot's there struggling, just got beat. So that's kind of nice little justice, and I like to see Broadfoot getting slapped a bit. So that's a good one. But we'll carry on to the next game of football then, and it's back to yourself, Mr. Sharpdiv.
Back to me, is it? Okay. No problem at all. No problem at all. Let's go for... Will we go for the goals galore game between a couple of teams in the lower embers of the division? Right, okay. St Johnstone 3, Hamilton 2. I predicted Hamilton to win 1-0. Put it on a wee coupon as well. So I was very happy. I was very happy when it was 1-0. But St Johnstone turned the game in their head, started banging in the goals, but then there was a penalty incident, pulls it back to 2 each, and then in the last minutes, bang, St Johnstone win the game. That was a big, big win for St Johnstone. They're still bottom of the table, but they're now within 1 point of the 2 teams above them. So it's a first win of the season, exactly, CJ, and it gets them a wee bit closer because I feel as though if they'd lost that game, it'd have been an amazing result for Hamilton. In fact, it would have put them right up to the top side of the table. But the fact that they've won that gives them a wee bit of confidence, and what a performance as well for Witherspoon. For his hat-trick goal, he missed a sitter, an absolute sitter, but he got 2 goals in the game as well. I thought he was marvellous, and it always makes me chuckle because he looks like my pal. Every time I see him, it's just funny. I laugh.
Phenomenal. See, son, I laughed at. See, the very first goal of the game for the Saints was a brilliant counter-attack by him, taking none away. But the fact that Stevie May loses it because he doesn't care what to do, you know what I mean? He's just got the ball, and it's like the ball could go out for a corner, but he somehow collects the ball and then tries to win it, loses it, and they concede a goal. I'm just like, that's probably the first goal he's been involved in. It's a shame it's right enough. Stevie. Classic for the old Stevie May. Fantastic finish, though, for the big man. I think it's right. No, sorry, it's Miller, isn't it? Is it Miller?
Miller.
Miller for Hamilton, aye.
Finish. Brilliant.
I thought the full move in itself was really, really good. The ball over the top, the first touch from Miller, and then the composure to put it in with his weaker left foot. I thought it was brilliant. Great finish.
And as something that really stood out to me in his game of football was, I like to call him Spoons just because his name's Witherspoons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I call him Spoons. I thought he was brilliant. I'm going to be honest with you. The second goal, his first one, all right, it's a kind of a rebound off and he reacts quicker, but his second one's absolutely brilliant. And he looks like a player that can grab games by the scruff of the neck like he just did. And if St Johnstone will be all right, I'll be doing to him. I'll not be doing it like the Stevie Mays and everything like that. And the Kane boy who can't finish his dinner, I'll be doing to this lad. And Kennedy, who as well, I thought had a rebound performance because I've talked him up a lot going into the season. He's been quite guff so far, but that's the Kennedy we know. Direct, powerful, getting balls in the box. So fantastic result for St Johnstone again, their first win. Gogsy, what was your thoughts on the game, mate? I know you didn't like Hamilton that much, so how did you feel this game?
I don't really care about Hamilton, but I thought it was a very entertaining match.
It was nice to meet you at the shops, brother. It was very nice. I'm just putting something to bed in the comment section. There we go.
All right.
It's quality to meet you. I don't know why I just done that. You just sent that subliminally into my mind there, CJ. Way.
Right, okay. I don't know where to go from here now, so
Hamilton, mate, you're talking about the game.
Entertaining game. I didn't expect there would be 5 goals between the two sides. I didn't think either side were good enough to share 5 goals between them. But it shows with like the sort of pinball situations in the box that both sides are still a bit poor defensively as well. But I thought St Johnstone definitely deserved the 3 points from what I saw in the highlights. And I mean, it was 3-2 going on 5, maybe 6-2. It really could have been, and Brian Rice really needs to sort that out for the Ackies.
I think I've been a bit harsh. On Hamilton there.
He always is.
Two goals away for him. It's not too bad. I know you're playing bottom of the league, but they've had some really good results, and they already have 2 wins, 3 draws in the league. So
and Johnson missed like 2 sitters as well, though.
They did miss 2 open goals. To be fair,
of course they did die, but there's a lot. You could talk about a lot of chances you get missed.
Absolutely, definitely. But
He just hates them. Look at him. Look at his face whenever he talks about Hamilton. He fucking hates them. Look at him.
I know, I can just see it in his eyes, man.
The anger in your eyes, Gogs. I've never seen this side of you, mate.
The fact that you even done a collab with Hamilton, though, that's anything for the views, you, ain't you? Anything for the views.
Anything.
Absolutely anything.
That's sleeping with the enemy, mate.
I just want to say, by the way, before we finish up, move on to the next game, it was good to see Big Hendry getting a goal. Like Callum Hendry, the son of obviously the legendary Colin Hendry. So it was actually a really good finish. Well, composure, brings it down, finishes it. He actually scored a goal very similar against us. And I think it was the start of last season in a pre-season game, almost the exact same finish. So I hope his career takes off. You know what I mean? Because obviously the name's quite great and obviously the links with us and that. But it looks like just an honest lad. And yeah, it was a great result for St John's. We'll see how they carry that on. I think the dugout has actually fired out a couple of, or the dog, sorry, mate, I don't know why I've just called you the dugout, but he fired out and he was saying about Hearts is their next game. Is that right? And they've not won there since 2010. We cheeky
that right now.
Oh, we cheeky double there for St Johnson. That might be where the money's at.
Oh.
Please bet responsibly.
I mean, Tommy needs some money, doesn't he? Anyways,
he needs
to get Shankland.
I mean, that's never happening, mate. They've got big Stevie May. What do they need a striker for? Right, we'll move on to the next game of football, and we'll go to yourself, Gogsy, reminding we're leaving the bed sheets game to the last one, so you've got a wee choice there. So on you go, mate. Whichever you fancy.
We'll go with Aberdeen 0, Celtic 4 then. It was an absolute barrage of a first half for the Aberdeen defence. Edward waltzed into the through the Red Sea of Aberdeen players and fired in the opener from inside the 18-yard box to make it 1-0. And then from there, it was just an absolute shitfest for Aberdeen.
It was more like the red puddle.
It was. Edward turned provider for the second goal as the 18-year-old Frimpong got his first senior goal in Scottish football. It was a scrappy finish, but
I thought it was an own goal, Joe.
No, we'll give the boy his first goal.
It's an own goal. I'm going to write in. I'm writing a letter tonight.
All right. With an asterisk saying Gogsy says it's his goal.
Yeah, but I've got the technical referee here.
Technical referee.
You make the final decision then, Gogsy. Since you're the ref, you're qualified, so go for it.
Aye. Anyway.
He's clueless.
Right, the third goal. Celtic passed Aberdeen apart, and Forrest just runs unmarked to pass the ball beyond Joe Lewis. And then El Yunusi piled more misery on the home side to make it 4-0. And it really, after the second half, it could have been 4, 5, 6, maybe even 8. But that's my breakdown of Aberdeen 0, Celtic 4. Back to the boys in the studio.
Thanks, technical referee. I'm going to be honest with you. As good as like Celtic played, and I think we all knew Celtic was going here to win a game of football. You know what I mean? And I'm no surprised whenever Aberdeen get turned over by the Old Firm. I mean, we just beat them 5-0, but I think there is a difference in going away to like ground like Ibrox or Parkhead and then get beat 4-0, and then getting beat 4-0 at your own ground in front of your own fans within the first half an hour. The level of performance was honestly disgusting, and if I was an Aberdeen fan, I'd be absolutely fuming with that. They turned up like they were like, we're going to get beaten this game, let's not even try. Let's no mark, let's no run, let's no tackle, let's no fucking mark anyone. Awful to watch. Like,
it was genuinely embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, mate. That's what
I was really surprised. See as how solid they were last week defensively against us.
Yeah, you saw it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like against a team like Motherwell, you can get away with that. I know you said they played 8 defenders versus you, but Motherwell don't have the same quality as Celtic. So I genuinely believe maybe if Motherwell got the first goal against Aberdeen, you would have pumped them as well. But the fact was that after you missed a penalty, they were able to get that counter-attack, get that goal, and that's when things start to change. And we've seen that. They're not able to get... I know they're struggling for midfielders. McInnes spoke about it in his post-match, which I'm sure we'll get on to as well. But they're just not able to get anybody close to Cosgrove. And he's one of the best players in the league, one of the best strikers in the league, but they're not able to get anybody close to him. And see, when he's out the game, Aberdeen are as good as buried. And in this, it was an embarrassing performance. I mean, credit where credit's due. Celtic done the team that was in front of them. They were able just to run past them at will, show their quality and bang goals in. If they really wanted to, I think they could have went out there and absolutely Southampton them, to be quite honest.
Nice.
But they just took it. They weren't as clinical. They still controlled the game in the second half. And oh my God, it was that bad. It was genuinely that bad.
I know Derek McInnes said something similar, but it was like Celtic won the game at halftime. They were like, they weren't bothered. Like, they've just had a good result midweek versus Liz, a great result, I should say. They've already won the game. They just saw it. So I'm not wanting to hear like, oh, Aberdeen kept a clean sheet in the second half. That showed positive. No, they never. Celtic literally went in his second gear and just started to rev the engine now and again and had a couple of shots. That was it. They could have made that whatever they wanted it to be. And there's one player I want to talk about, right? Because we hear that he gets bummed up all the time. It's McKenna. This is an £8 million man. Did you see him for the first 3 goals? The first he's standing, walking backwards, watching it. The first one, he just lets him get turned. The second one's even worse. That's an £8 million man. Are you fucking kidding me?
Absolutely not. It's not.
That's pure centre back. That's Scotland's centre half.
That's the future, apparently.
God, absolutely awful. I ken he's wanted to do it, and maybe there's Rocky Boy Johnson going crazy. I ken he's wanted to do it, and he's handed a transfer request and stuff like that, but it looked like he wasn't even playing. It looked like he was playing for Celtic.
Aye, it did.
Awful.
And he is better than that. He is better than that. I don't know how much better, but he just looks disinterested. If there's any Aberdeen fans in the chat, let us know what you've been thinking, watching him 90 minutes every week. But in this game, non-existent. He's a player, one of the more experienced. Yes, he's young, 22, 23, but out of the others, he is one of the most experienced, one of the better players out the lot. And do you know what? Actually, I gave a bit of credit to Lewis in the second half because he made a number of saves. I've been a wee bit critical of him in other games, I think rightfully so, but he made a number of saves in this. He stood up, McKenna didn't, and Cosgrove was out the game. After that, it's just wave after wave, goal after goal. Definitely. It was pathetic.
It really was, especially the goal where, I think it's the second goal where McGinn's tracking back, he puts a tackle in, McKenna could just come through and just take the Celtic boy's life, just get the ball, you know what I mean, just run through it, but he hesitates, goes backwards, then I think it's like from Pong, and then he runs by him and just taps in. That's your big centre-half.
And there's some people in the comments saying that Aberdeen laid down to Celtic, but do you know what? I can make a case for that in other games of them just bottling it. But seeing this, it was just down to just being absolutely rotten. Yeah. And you watched the post-match press conference, didn't you? With McInnes, CJ. Do you want to tell us a wee bit about that, what he was saying?
So Derek McInnes, have you been following this show? It usually just goes to his book and he's like, what excuse can I use this week? So he's reached. He's blamed the young players. He's blamed the players that he's been given a chance to. He's blamed people not listening to instructions. Now, Rocky just said, he's just flipped it all the way around and just went, the players are embarrassing. He's actually went to that point saying he deserves better for these players. He's picking them. He's allowed this to happen for a long time. I mean, how can you dare say he deserves better? No, the fans deserve better.
Originally, when you did send the clip, I watched it. I was like, this is what Aberdeen fans will want to hear. And you were like, no, check the comments. And Aberdeen fans were just not happy at all. And as you say, it's a wee bit little too late. And the more that I dissect it and have time to think about it, he's an absolute excuse merchant. And this is just the latest of a series. And as you said as well, it was actually trending on Twitter for him to be out.
Derek out.
Wow. Exactly. So is Derek's time over?
To me, this is the start of him losing the dressing room if it's not already been lost.
He probably lost that after he'd done somebody's wife.
You know, at Spurs, he's came out and started taking big digs at his players, and you saw how badly that's went. The worst start since 2008 for them. And you've got a manager, just a cuck. You know what I mean? Just a waste of space. He just comes in and just goes. I've hated him ever since he blamed the young players. I'm honest with you. But I just do know what. I don't care why he's in a job. See, when you've got Jack Ross in that there, go and get Jack Ross.
We dodged an absolute bullet, honestly. At the time, I thought anything's better than Pedro, by the way. This guy's beating us handedly, time after time.
I love Pedro. He was a great manager.
He was good at press conferences and that, but not really tactically.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was one of those. For me, I wouldn't have minded them, honestly, at the time. But then, oh my God, what's transpired, this is why I'm not in any position of power, because I would have made the worst decision in history. Do you know what I mean? All my days, this guy is just a bottler.
No, mate, if I was an Aberdeen fan, I'd honestly be disgusted at that. And it goes for the top as well. You need to make a change there. You can blame the players all you want, but he's picking them as well. And I even went as far in my notes to say, you know what I mean? See, if you put that level of performance in, right, 4-0 down at half-time, blah, 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 you've played that badly. See, every fan that paid for a ticket and went to that game for that, you should give them the money back. Honestly, that's what they should have done. They really should have.
Talking about fans, I just think the Aberdeen fans are disinterested. Somebody put 4 pictures up through the years for about the year 2000 to the year 2019 of big games at Pittodrie. And in one of the stands, there's big banners. It's full for big games. And then in this game, there's a picture and it's empty. Like, fans only turning up. And this is in a time period where they've been more successful than they were in those times. In terms of getting to finals and finishing second and stuff. No actually winning it and gloriously failing. But this is a time period where you thought that they would be turning up numbers, but they just done it. And I couldn't tell you. I'm not an Aberdeen fan. I'm not up there. I don't know what's going on, but they're just not showing up.
I just want to say as well, Ken, like, obviously me and Deb are Rangers fans, we're not just saying like Celtic didn't deserve the win or they were crap because Aberdeen just gave them the winner. And like, Celtic really did play well. And they could have scored whatever they wanted to in that game. So we're not taking anything away, but we're just looking at a team at home puts that level of performance out. Doesn't run. That's what we're kind of talking about. I know Ryan wrote us a note saying that that's the best he's seen Celtic play in a very, very long time. The first 40 minutes of that game was the bit. That's what he said in his notes. So you have to mention that and say Celtic played well. But if I was an Aberdeen fan, I'd be fucking raging, honestly.
Celtic were clinical. They'd done their job. They were professional. And then in the second half, they just sat down and chilled and turned on the gears when they wanted to. So they done what they done, and it's really exciting to see the both Old Firm games. I know Rangers had a very tough game, but on a numerous amount of occasions this season, Rangers and Celtic are absolutely battering teams to the point where other teams are expecting them to win. It's just by how many now.
Definitely, mate. Very, very disappointing. But again, I think you've nailed it there. You said professional performance for Celtic. Got the job done and then just controlled the game and managed it in the second half. Had a couple of shots. They could have made that whatever they wanted. But we'll move away from there. And how many games are left? Rocky. Joking. I think there's just one more game in it. And that's
that's us. We've covered them all, I believe.
Oh, wow. Is the Motherwell game?
Other than that, obviously. Gogs, you do like kick off in proceedings? Or
I do not know what you're talking about.
One second there, Gogs. I just want to say fair play, mate, for actually turning up. If this was Ryan 1 minute, you know for a fact that he would not be here. So shout out to you, repping the bed sheets and the scarf and head and shoulders, whatever you want. And I think that's a used tissue underneath the bed as well, but I'm too scared to ask what's on it. So I'm just going to ask you, what is your thoughts?
Actually,
I wonder what that is.
Oh my God.
Oh my sweet 55. Right, Gogsy, break down this game for your perspective, mate, and then
right,
pass over.
Or do you want to go moment by moment, or what?
You just do you, Gogsy 99er. You go for it, son.
All right, okay. So we'll start off with the first chance of the game. In my opinion, I thought we should have taken the lead before we actually did. Through Chris Long, he had the ball broke for him.
Should have done better.
He had so much time. He could have taken a touch and tried to at least have a shot on target.
Some would say that he had a long time to think about
that. There we go. And then he just skied it. He snatched at the chance and he skied it. But thankfully, we did get our heads in front through Devante Cole. Great improvised finish. Great strikers finish, because you see so many strikers just snatch at that first time and it goes over the bar or goes wide. But no, he took a touch and then he just buried it.
His dad would have been proud of that one, like that was a good finish.
Absolutely, big Andy, aye. But from the whole first half, I thought we were great. I thought we got in amongst yous and we actually gave yous a hard time. And that's what I want to see when we play against the Old Firm, because not many teams actually go to Ibrox or go to Parkhead and actually get in their faces, and that's what we did in the first half.
Or play two up top, so I've got to give you played 3-5-2 in the first half. That was ballsy. Give you that.
It was ballsy.
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. But I took the game to use, but as soon as we scored, I just knew there was only a matter of time before Rangers got back into the game. There were a few penalty shoots. We'll get onto them in a bit.
Good timing.
And then Tavernier went down and one used the penalty. And I mean, at that moment,
he got fouled.
Can we agree to this?
No. You're a referee, mate. Are you honestly wouldn't give that as a penalty kick?
I genuinely thought he'd lost control. Like when he
have you seen the replay though? That's the thing.
Is this like this time you said Defoe was offside, and then I showed you about 4 screenshots saying I'm not being offside? Just like this.
I hold my hand up with that one, but we'll get onto that.
Absolutely was not a dive, Adam Oliver in the chat. It was a foul. It was a blatant foul. Your player was lackadaisical. He went in and he got absolutely. He got played. He got dragged in and he got scanted. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Do you know what? Credit where credit's due. Motherwell, I thought were outstanding. One of the better performances I've seen at Ibrox. I thought for the first 15 minutes or so, when yous were pressing us, I was like, right, this is what they've done to Celtic. They got in Celtic's faces, they got the goal, but after that, after a certain amount of time, they tired. I was expecting that to happen. But it didn't happen. It didn't. And you should have went in and with the lead. Quite honestly, after we missed the penalty through Tav, he's away celebrating the dumplings hitting the post. But you should have holded on to that.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. But the thing is, what we're talking about, the penalty. For me, I think Tavernier is very good tactically there because he knows he's hardly going to get much of a chance of getting the ball in if Polworth's going to just shield the ball out for a goal kick. So he sort of tries to go in.
Mate, are you honestly... Are we still talking about this penalty where Dallas ignored 2 other clear penalties?
Yeah, we'll get onto that after we talked about the actual game.
I mean, right.
Because they weren't actually given.
For me, for the penalty incident, that's the last thing I want to say on it. You can feel free, but I just believe Tav has touched the ball in front of him, and your lad Polesworth has came into his lane as he's already making a forward run, and he's took him out. That's
if that happened in your bounce game last week, you'd have been fucking screaming yesterday.
Absolutely, because that's the thing. When you're talking
because it wasn't against Motherwell,
you're always thinking about how you're going to get your own team to get that extra leg up, and it may be through Clatton Amber tinted specs. I'm seeing that decision, but I genuinely thought,
we're all biased. We're all biased.
Exactly, we all have our own biased moments, but for me, that is not a penalty. He's jumped into Polworth's tackle.
Right,
okay, fair play. Right, let's go past this one then. Right, next, because we're just not going to... I mean, we've got 2 for yes. It'd be great to hear Ryan's opinion on this one. I'm pretty sure he said it was a penalty. I'll ask him the new. You can keep talking the new anyway.
So for the goal that Rangers scored just before half-time, I thought that Defoe had fouled Donnelly in the build-up. But I'm not going to blame it on that because we've got to play to the whistle. And Gillespie is so stupid and punching the ball out.
Gillespie was poor. He was rotten. Yeah. In a good Motherwell performance, he was absolutely shite.
Yeah, he sold the jerseys for that goal because literally...
Sold the jerseys?
No, literally, like, if your goalkeeper's going to make a mistake, 9 times out of 10 it's going to end up in a goal for the other team. And... he goes like the shot is right at him. He can even punch it away for a corner, just not back into play and not for the love of God right to Defoe's feet.
I mean, you saying that it was a phenomenal finish. It was a quick finish.
But come on, you're looking for your keeper to do a lot better in that situation.
The original save definitely, but the second one, fuck me, it's in. It's just I was like, holy shit, 100%.
100%. Phenomenal finish. For a period of time, it was in the balance. This was a close game. Let's not forget that. This was a very close game. When Motherwell got that goal, Motherwell could have got another. It was that sort of game. It was very open. Gerrard went for a weaker team, left his 3 best players on the bench. I missed that. Obviously, Morelos on the bench, Jack's on the bench, Kent's on the bench. He went for the weaker team. He went for a very attacking team, and that was shown in the game. And I think that's how Motherwell were also able to get the amount of chances they were. And I was worried. I was definitely worried after you went 1-0 up. Because if you get the second goal, it'd have been very, very tough for Rangers to dig ourselves out of that one. But I was thrilled. And we could probably get on to the other penalty incidents. There was 2 handballs. There was 2 handballs. I'll quickly just give my opinions on them, and I'll let yourselves. For the first one, I think it'd have been harsh. Save. No, for the first one, I think it'd have been harsh, considering it was a very short amount of distance between it. But for the second one, I think it was a blatant handball. The ball, he turns his back on it. For me, once he does that and his hands out to his side and it hits it, especially for the distance, it wasn't as close as the other. I think it should have been a penalty.
I just want to say, by the way, Ryan 118 replied back saying 100% pen for the tap.
That's fine.
See on his break or something?
No, I think he's using it during work, but what I'm saying.
For me, the first one on Hartley, I think, is the most likely penalty shout out of the 3, in my opinion. I think that's my one where I said it wasn't a penalty. Because Hartley's arm is out like that and it hits him. And that's
the same as his local penalty in the Champions League final with the VAR. I can't remember.
Yeah, but it is harsh at the same time. But that's the new rule, and you've got to live with it. But for me, the reason why the ref didn't give the one on Grimshaw was because the cross hit his thigh and then bounced up and hit his arm.
Right, okay, well, I've not seen that replay. I'll take that one back, but I still believe the tab was 100% a pen.
I just want to say as well, I went, he said, "You still on air?" And I went, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, sweet. I was 100% penalty." Then I went, "Gogsy saying it's a dive." And he went, "Tell Gogsy to change his fucking bed sheets." That's who Ryan on the net.
That's probably the best thing Ryan's ever said. That's good.
So shout out to Ryan 118 for that.
Ryan.
Tell him to get here then. Tell me himself.
Kerry's too scared. Right, in the game of football as well, we need to talk about the second goal of the game. I don't know if you're ready to break that down for you, Gogsy, on your point of view.
Okay, well, for me, it was shite defending, shite marking. Because, well...
He's ripping his shirt off. It's weird.
I know. It's a great fucking header.
It was a great header by Hollander, but Mugabe didn't cover himself in any glory whatsoever. I mean,
I was impressed with him for the majority of the game day.
That was the first start for us, and he was absolutely fantastic. Because we only signed him until like January, I think, as an emergency signing. But he was superb. But his one mistake he made was let Hollander go, and that cost us the game.
I wouldn't say let him go. He literally, if you see the replay back, he's doing something very similar to the Kilmarnock goal in the first. Remember for Connor Goldson, where I think it was Broadfoot was more interested about pulling Goldson down than scoring. It's almost the exact same finish. I think if he's actually just defended it like he'd been defending the whole game, you'd have cleared it. But the boy's more interested in pulling Hollander down for whatever reason. Hollander's stronger than him, ends up bearing it with a fantastic finish. You had a warning about 15 minutes before that with a diving header. That's when you should have learned your lesson. But exact same routine. Tavernier, wonderful boy, had a terrible first half, good second half. He's there when we need him again. I thought it was a fantastic ball and finish for the big man Hollander for the second goal, if I'm honest with you.
I'm just disappointed the way we conducted our second half performance. I thought had we continued the way we did in the first half, we would have ended up tiring out probably about 70th minute.
Definitely.
But the fact we just sat back and just let Rangers have the ball the whole of the second half was not the way to go, in my opinion. And that's where the game was lost.
Fair play, mate. Div, I want to just ask you your opinion now from your perspective, because the people watching has probably already seen my recap on it. I've basically just kind of said it was one of those performances that if you win at the end of the season, you're usually picking up silverware. It's an ugly game. It's not pretty. It's not nice to watch, but we won it. What was your thoughts on it?
I think I described it as a win's a win, and I would take anything. I'd take anything. After dropping points last week at Tynecastle, you go into the next one, you just want to win. And we've done that against a good side. Probably, for me, the team that will finish third this year. If that is if you continue the level of performance that you showed in this game. If you start doing the typical Motherwell thing, dropping points against lesser opposition, then the same story will happen. Fucking probably finish 7th or whatever. But if you continue, I think that you'll do not too bad. And I do agree. I'd definitely say Hollander's the best Swedish player to ever grace the SPFL.
Fun fact, do you know who's the second best Swedish player to ever play in Scottish football?
Carl Svensson.
Svensson, that's right. Phenomenal athletes. So you've got Hollander one, Svensson, and then I think it's like Freddie Lundberg or something like just way down there. You know what I mean? So
that's the only ones that stick out to me, to be honest.
That's the only ones in the memory banks. So let's do that.
Sometimes I put other memories to the back of my mind and just forget about them forever. I just stole them. But honourable mention to the man Barisic. He was my man of the match. Thought Stephen Davis as well had a strong performance. But Barisic has just been a man possessed for the last, must be about 11 games now. He's been one of our most consistent players. I thought he was really, really composed defensively as well. There was a situation where Motherwell had a decent wee attack and he just kicked the ball over the Motherwell attacker's head. I thought that was absolutely class for Barisic. Yeah. He was non-stop. On the other side, Stephen Davis has come out, talked about his captain, our captain, Tavernier. We spoke about it previously. For me, maybe he needed a couple of weeks out in terms of, because his performances weren't up to his usual standard, but also just to protect him. Because, and I think Steven Gerrard's absolutely killed it in his post-match by asking the fans to stick past him, because it's just at the right time where a lot of fans could have turned on the guy. They could have turned on him, and a lot of fans probably would have after he's missed the penalty. But it's one of those ones. Aye, so did I. I was gutted. But it's one of those ones now where you just need to keep continuing them. I was supporting them regardless, but I just thought maybe just to protect the player, give him a couple of weeks off, his mentality, and then get him back out there. Because I still believe he's the best right back in the country and the best right back at Rangers, of course. And that's what he does. The character that he showed in the second half, I love that about him. He's going to make mistakes. If he can buck up his concentration, then he's just going to be a much better player. But that delivery for the goal, big Hollander, bang. That's what wins you. That's what wins you silverware, and that's a big win for Rangers.
A massive win. Yeah, so important. We'll see how important those 3 points are at the end of the season as well. But credit to Motherwell. They played 2 up top, which I've not seen at Ibrox. But if I'm honest with you, Gogs, I thought there was a couple of hammer throwing. You know what I mean? There was a couple of hammers there that got thrown. I mean, fucking, what's his name? Polworth? Should have been sent off 5 times. Donnelly could have been off. So, we're going to talk about one penalty incident, but I think you'd be a bit lucky to keep 11 men on the field, if I'm honest.
Thing is, when we're playing against Rangers or Celtic, you've got to have an element of trying to stop them playing, because you're always going to be on the back foot possession-wise at Ibrox or Parkhead. So we sort of had to try and break it up a bit. But, I mean, the fact we still had 11 men at the end of the day, I was quite happy with.
The kind of you did. How were you paying on with that sponsorship money? You giving Dallas a wee backhander there, right?
I'd love that. But no.
For as much as Motherwell were brilliant in the game, tactically Robinson was class. You're only going to come to Ibrox and not do this, but the time wasting was doing my boxing.
I'm not a fan of the time wasting at all.
See if you do it one time, the referee goes, right, buck up your ideas, then you stop doing it. But because the referee literally just let it continue and continue, Motherwell were gone, and they've got every right to do it. Other teams would do the same.
You know what? If it was my team,
the referee had to manage that much better.
If it was my team going to Ibrox, I would have my setup playing the exact same way and just see the time out and then just hit yous on the counter last 5 minutes and see if we can nick a goal. That's exactly how we should play. And I think we were unlucky not to get anything out of the game.
Right, and we're kind of touched on that there. We've kind of spoke about all the things. I know people are sharing their opinions on the game of football as well. I thought you came, you tried, didn't conquer, you went back, came with nothing. But Rangers got the 3 points, and that's kind of the way it went there. He's obviously got an interesting game next week, and we'll get to the predictions in a couple of minutes. But we now need to do not only our goal of the week, but our 5 of the week. So make sure we get involved with your comments as well. And you're firing them in, I will be clicking them on the screen, and we'll get them up, and we'll move on from there. So we'll start off with goal of the week, and Gogsy99 as a furiously Googles because he can't remember the goals. We'll start off with yourself. All right, Rocky. What's your goal of the week, son? Jermaine Defoe. Fair enough.
Yeah. You know, my goal of the week, I'm gonna go give it to Witherspoon's second goal because that sort of turned the game, in my opinion. But Brian Graham's one was up there as well.
Oh, phenomenal finish as well. Div?
I'm actually going to give it also to a St Johnstone player, but I'm going to give it to Hendry just for what that goal meant, for the time within the match, and to get St Johnstone their first win of the season. I thought actual moment for that goal was brilliant, and it's massive for St Johnstone. So I'm going to get him.
And I'm actually going to give it. Well, Rocky's already gave it to Jermaine Defoe, so I don't need to do it. I'm actually going to agree with you there, Gogs, and going to go with the second goal for Witherspoon. I thought it was a good finish. Scott Allen's finish as well. I don't think we really touched on it. It's such a really good goal because he runs away about 10, 15 yards, buries it. So that's close, but I'm actually going to give it with Spoons because how big and important that win was overall. To have the confidence to 3 or 4 fake shots, then simply open his body up like he does that every week. Fair play. It was a fantastic finish for him. Now we're going to go to our 5 players of the week. We're also getting a couple of people in, by the way, saying the Hamiltons was a team goal. Fantastic. Pro Clubs fan rights and Hendry. Gary Dicker's getting some love there for his finish. Big Dicks. And Rocky likes your new walls. I know. Rocky, you look like you're on drugs. You look like you're spaced out, son. I know. I think my Gogs is here.
Said too much bone.
Right, we'll go to 5. Come here, son. We've got the 5 players of the week. Then we'll start with yourself there, Devaniel.
Okay. Right, I need to put a Motherwell player in because I think that their performance was brilliant, and somebody I thought was solid on the ball and defensively was Grimshaw, the right back. I thought that was one of his better performances I've ever seen for a guy. I thought he was brilliant, so I had to have a Motherwell player in. I thought he was great. Number 4, I'm going for Frimpong for Celtic.
Yep.
He played well in the match. He got his goal, as Gogsy officially confirmed for us. Well, he almost did it and then he just moved on anyways.
Yep.
And then I'm going for Edward in number 3. Another strong performance with him. He was like Moses, departing the Red Sea for his goal. So I'm going for him. Number 2, Barisic, my man of the match. I thought he was absolute class. And then number 1, Witherspoon.
Yay!
I have left Davis out yet. I was trying to be a wee bit, spread it. But I thought Davis was also class.
I've got your back here, mate, because we're obviously streaming in the same room as there was. Tell us. I'll give you my 5 and we'll finish.
My 5 as well.
Whatever, Gogsy. I'm going to end with yourself, mate, so don't worry. So I'm going to go next. Number 5, I went with Stephen Davis. That's going to be my number 5. I just thought he ran the show. He had one knee for the last 15 minutes because we used up all our subs and we're still making challenges. Number 4, I've actually went with a bit of I kind of just want to do this one so it's a wee bit different. I went with the Livy goalkeeper. Like that one-on-one save, especially versus Big Izzy, was very important. And he had a couple of other good saves. No spilling anything. It looks like a very classy goalkeeper. Livingston's very lucky they went for Liam Kelly to this guy. So they seem to have an eye for talent. Number 3, Edward. I mean, he strolled it. I didn't even need to come out second gear. Aberdeen maybe didn't press him enough, but you see his quality, pinging passes. But number 2, I went with Scott Allen. I know they never got a result, but that's probably the best I've seen Scott Allen play. Defensively as well, putting challenges in, which I've never seen before. Number 1, to back Div up, I went with Spoonsy. Spoons. Frimpong, can I say his name properly? I'm just calling Pong. Pong almost made it to my 3, but I went with Edward just because he looked like he was pulling the strings, so I went with that one. Gogsy?
I'm going to go with Mugabe because that's one of the best centre-half performances I've seen this season for a Motherwell player. 4, Davis. He played well. 3, Frimpong. 2, Edward. And 1, Witherspoon as well.
Pretty similar then.
Yeah.
Yes, looks like we've got pretty much the same. A lot of people saying the big thing. Big Dicks is getting a lot of love there. Cammy McFarlane went with Burke at number 5, which is quite unusual. And the rest of them was someone we've already spoken about. He's went Big Dicks at number 1 as well. Adam writes in pretty much everyone we've discussed there. He's even put Grimmy at number 3, but Witherspoon at number 1. So a lot of people's coming in with the kind of same opinion, which is pretty decent to see there. Keemstar also. That's a picture of me. I've just realised that when I see that. The big sexy. That wasn't my ego, by the way. I never realised the picture there.
Was that you after your operation on your nose?
Well, you saw the pictures that didn't go on the line. You know what I mean? You saw the real drama. But we'll move away from there. Then that's our 5 players week. Thank you so much for getting involved. Now it's time for our prediction on. So we've actually got midweek games, isn't it?
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Aye, so we're going to have to do a show either Thursday or Friday, lads. We're going to have to fit this in somewhere. So
I can't, mate.
Oh, you're always busy, aren't you?
I'm in Indonesia.
Do you ever just stay in Scotland?
Honestly, I know.
Honestly.
Sorry.
Stuff
My
I do
bad.
for you.
Either, so it's...
Do get ready for all 5. Right, we'll go then anyway, and we'll do the midweek games and we'll reflect back to them at the weekend. We'll fire out our weekend predictions on our social media pages, Twitter and Instagram. So we'll start off. Dev, you got the games?
I have indeed, sir.
I'll hand the reins over to you, mate.
All right, we'll go over to the Dougie Emery Arena then. We'll start off with Hamilton versus Aberdeen. Easy one for me. So 2-0 to Hamilton. Gogsy, what do you think?
I think the same. I think Accies will sneak it 1-0.
Oh,
wow. You think Hamilton? And I'm actually going to go with a score draw. This could be one of my score draws of the week. Hamilton 1, Aberdeen 1. Before I read out the people's opinion, Ryan also writes in he thinks it's going to end 2-1 to Aberdeen. And I'm actually reading it this week because he's done that funny joke about Gogsy, so he's getting his prediction ready. Cammy McFarlane writes in 1-0 Hamilton. Craig Miller writes in 2-1. The the Wolf writes in 2-1 to Accies. And honestly, mate, I tried to read yours out there, mate, but I think it's just gone on the thing. And Jam Stew, which is a fantastic name with Ed and Eddie up there, goes with 1. So next game.
Okay, Dingwall. Next game. That's where that's happening. I feel sorry for a lot of the Rangers fans that are going to be travelling home for that. Ross County Rangers. We'll go for yourself, Gogsy.
I'm going to go 3-1 Rangers.
3-1 to Rangers.
I'll take that.
I'm going to go with a similar score line, but 4-0. So, is that Big J acting up again? Stop it, Jay. CJ, what is your score prediction?
You're actually going to have to find out on Tuesday, mate. So tomorrow. I just realised what day it is. So that's the life of a YouTuber. The days just going to exist.
Call to action, subscribe, post notification zone. Let's go.
If you want to find out, check tomorrow's prediction video.
Right. Next one.
Oh, sorry. We'll read out a couple of the people.
Oh, sorry about that.
Remy writes in a Kent dirty double, which would be great to see. Callum McInnes 9-0. I'll take that. Callum Kraken, the battle of the Callums there, goes 4-1 to Rangers. Alistair Hardy writes in 2-0 Rangers. John writes in 3-1. And the last one we'll read out because from Thomas Lee, he goes 7-0. And Ryan 118 writes in 3-0 to Rangers.
Oh, feisty. Next one, Hibernian versus Livingston. CJ, what are you first?
I feel like I'm going to back Livy. I back them every week. I think they're going to come away with something. I think it's going to be another score draw, though. I feel like they'll come away with the points. I'm going 1-1. 1-1.
All right, I'll go next then. I like to throw in a wee 0-0 every now and again. I got it right last week, so I'm going to go for a 0-0 in this one as well. Livingston, I think they're the kings at 0-0s, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going
right
to do. 0-0 and nobody to score, obviously. Gogsy.
I loved your brain watching that. Like, 0-0, no one to score, obviously. I love it.
I think Livy are going to sneak it 2-1.
Okay.
2-1 to Livy. Mm-hmm. So some goals in the game then.
Yes.
That'd be good to see. We're also getting some predicted goals for this one as well, actually, when it stops freezing. Little Keemstar writes in 3-2 to Hibs, and Allen and Middleton dirty double. That'd be great to see. Aldo writes in 2-0 to Hibs. Remy writes in 4-2 to Hibs. And the last one comes up from Pro Clubs fan. He writes in 1-0 Hibs. So a couple of goals getting predicted there.
Not too bad.
Next up, Niv.
The next one is St Johnstone versus Hearts. I'll start with this one then. And I think that St Johnstone might come out a wee bit overconfident, a wee bit too attacking. So I'm going to go for 3-1 to Hearts. So
that's their first win since 2010. That'll be the first win over St Johnstone since 2010 at their ground.
All right then. 3-2 to Hearts.
We're going to flip that.
3-2 to Hearts.
Right, wow. I mean, that's breaking records there. I find it so strange that you started off with saying I think St Johnstone would come in overconfident. Like, when has that ever been said? You know,
I know.
That was so unusual to hear.
It's so weird to say, but
I'm going to be an utter dick here. I'm just going to go for another score draw. I'm going for
another one.
It's midweek games. So I'm thinking shorter
Went up
time
the
to
road.
prepare, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go with another 1-1 draw.
That's a great
So-
shout, actually.
So I know
Skog's eye.
I'm going to go with a 0-0 here.
Jesus Christ, man. This is going to be brilliant to look over, isn't it?
That would be great to discuss. Remy writes in 1-0 jam out the fridge. Wolf agrees with him. He's written there. Lawrence Shanklin writes in 1-1. Jam Stew writes in 2-2. And the last one, as they're all coming in, I think that was Mark. Sorry, Mark, I've just missed your comment. There it is. Mark Barkley, he writes a 0-0 with a crying face. I think that's going to be us all, mate, if I'm honest with you. So, next game?
The next one is at Celtic Park. Celtic versus St Mirren. I think this will be a routine win for Celtic, but I'm going to give St Mirren a go. 3-1 to Celtic. Gogsy, we'll go to you in this one.
I'm going to go 5-0 Celtic.
5-0.
Mm-hmm.
Hope not. CJ?
I'm going to keep my tradition going, mate.
This is great. I love this show, honestly. See, when it gets to predictions and you just get my imagination going. It's like, what's going to happen in this game?
But the reason, I think, for a fantastic result versus Lazio, they've had a great result of the weekend. Things didn't happen in freeze.
Wait, what? Did you just say one each?
I'm going one each.
Oh my God. So that's decent. I like that. That's good.
I just think too good. Short week, condensed. St Mirren will set up anti-football like they did against us. It was hard for us to break down. So I'm going to go one each.
A lot of sense has been spoken by yourself there. I like it.
Just let you know, Ryan, we're at 6-0 to Celtic.
Oh, I was about to say that, but a great result for St Mirren.
Well, I'd be surprised. Kyle Gavin writes in 2-2 Celtic. Ben writes in 4-1 to Celtic. Callum McInnes keeps the 9-0s going. He goes 9-0 to St Mirren. Rocky goes, just hope Celtic gets beat. Fair enough, son. And Gameless on tour writes in 9-1 to St Mirren. So, well, what I love that coming from St Mirren. But we're back St Mirren on this channel. That's what it looks like. Next game.
The last game is between Motherwell and Kelly. Gogsy, what's going to happen? Give us your tactical overview. Let's go.
I reckon Kilmarnock are going to come and sit in and just let us do our own mistakes.
Going to date, isn't he?
So what's the score going to be?
1-0 Kelly.
Yes, Gogsy. CJ?
I'm sick of him, man, honestly. Every week for a year and a half, he's picked his team to get beat. Actually, right, I'm going to break the tradition now for the draws.
Oh, brilliant.
And I'm going to go for 2 each now. I think Kelly will win this game of football. I'm going to go 2-1 Kelly.
Oofed.
They're getting wins.
It's going to kill me to say this because I kind of want to show Motherwell a wee bit of support because this guy can't even. Because this guy can't. I mean, you're thanking me, but I'm going to go 1-0 to Kilmarnock. But it's hurting me. It's kind of hurting me because I feel sorry for Motherwell because the Motherwell fan won't even back them.
You've got to back your team, mate.
I know.
Always love your team. Win, lose, or draw.
I know earlier I said that I think Motherwell, if they maintain that level of performance, will finish third. Mm-hmm. I just don't think they will. I think they'll just do what Motherwell do, and I think they'll fuck up in this one. Kelly 1-0.
1-0. Alistair Hardy actually goes for a free game of the week and a hat trick. Shout out to him. Remy though flips it and goes 0-0. Both teams to sit in. See, if I'm honest with you, see all the 0-0s that we've read, like the potential 0-0, of the games. It might be this one. I genuinely think, but I'm gonna go with a Kelly win just because they seem to be winning games. Ugly, nice, whatever. They just seem to be winning games right now. So I'm going to back them to keep that running going. Ashley also writes in 0-0, by the way. Thomas Lee writes in 1-0 Kelly, bedsheet on goal.
Nice.
Well, phenomenal. Sean writes in 4-1 to Kelly. And someone actually backs it. Ryan Christie's biggest fan. Certainly not. I could have done me. He goes 2-0 to Motherwell there. He's going to put in with there. And Stevie G, the last one, 3-1 to Kilmarnock. It's only one person back in Motherwell. That's unusual, especially at their park, coming to the Fir Park Tunnel. But that's us, lads. That's the predictions. That's the 5 goals. So for a fantastic show, an hour and 10 minutes we've been going for on the new pad. Thanks for coming, Div.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, all the best. And Gogsy, go and clean up your wank tissues next week. That'd be great to see, mate. And maybe clean up your head and shoulders. Get rid of that as well. But want to tell me where I can find you on the internet, mate?
On YouTube at Gogsy99, on Twitter at Gogsy99, on Instagram at GogsySan.
Phenomenal, mate. Thank you so much for coming on again, Gogs. It's always a
Thanks
pleasure
for
to see
having
you,
me.
son. I just want to mention, by the way, because I know we always like joke with Gogs and that, but Gogs is the type of guy, right? Your numbers were so low at the weekend for this bounce game. He came up for Sunderland. He came up for Sunderland to help us with a bounce game, and Ryan 118 went out in a night out.
I mean, I also went out in a night out, but
you
I
were
was injured.
you were injured.
I was injured.
So I just want to shout out Gogs. That's the kind of guy he is. Comes all the way up for Sunderland to help the boys out. And Div, where can they find you?
You can find me on youtube.com/sharpdiv on Instagram as well. But I think we should, I think we should start, the people should start this. Gogs is the type of guy too. That would be absolutely marvellous. So get involved with that. I'll leave you on that.
Perfect, mate. Cole Cox, shout out to him, first time viewer. Good banter, lads. Thank you so much for enjoying it. And all the love we're getting in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I've been sieging over 92. I will see you tomorrow with a prediction video because I 100% remembered to take notes. Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. And bye. And this is the awkward part, lads, because we're still on right now.